Hi guys, I'm Mike and welcome to Translating Love. Today I'd like to explore a story that we find in 2 Samuel chapter 24. You see, in 2 Samuel chapter 24, the Bible says that God decided to test David. In other books of the Bible, it actually says that Satan decided to test David, and there's no discrepancy here. The point being, God's will was being done. And so God puts it into David's heart. He says, I want to take a census. Now, this census was to find out how many fighting men that he had so that he could judge his military might, his military power. Well, he tells his commander Joab to do this. Joab's not a righteous man. Joab is a murderer. He's someone that has not lived according to God's laws. And yet he understood how dangerous this request was of David. And he says, don't do this great evil, my king. Nevertheless, David said, get it done. And so Joab went out and he numbered the fighting men. And when he came back in and he told the figures to David, the Bible records this. It says that when he heard the figures, David felt overwhelming guilt, for his trust had been replaced by statistics. You see, up until this point, David had not lived his life according to the statistical value of whether or not he would succeed or not. Statistically speaking, when you fight against a bear or a lion, they're going to kill you with one swipe of their paw. When you fight against a giant who's been fighting since his youth, he's going to win. When a king and his army are searching for you in the wilderness, statistically you're going to be found. And when you go into enemy territory and are trying to hide out there and your enemies say, isn't this the guy responsible for killing tens of thousands of our people? The king of that country statistically is going to kill you just to be safe. Statistically speaking, shepherds don't become kings. You see, David managed to do all these things because he trusted in God, and God made him victorious. He didn't line up all the ones and zeros and try to make sense of how he could scheme his way into these things. So many times in our lives, we feel that God has put something on our heart to do, and we feel like we have to figure out how to get it done. We have to scheme and put all the ones and zeros in place so that we can accomplish the work that we feel God has laid on us to do. My friends, all we're called to do is trust in God, to seek Him, and He will direct our steps. He will be the one that provides the victories. This is something that David forgot when he took a census, and as a result, he felt guilt over it. Don't try to figure out all the ones and zeros for your life. Don't try to figure out all the angles. Simply trust God and seek Him with your whole heart, and you'll find yourself doing things that statistically don't make sense. I hope you found that encouraging today. I hope that might have been a little bit of shift in your thinking as you follow after God with all your heart. Thank you so much for joining us.